Hi guys, my name's Nadine, welcome back to my channel. I was filming this indoors, but then I came outside with the dogs and honestly it's just so beautiful today that I thought I would actually film outside for a change. So nice to not have frost and ice, but a bit of sunshine. However, having said that, the pond is still frozen over. Thank goodness there's no actual fish in there, although we do have newts. Fingers crossed they've survived. But yeah, so today I think it's time to actually reboot my 50 States reading challenge. So for those of you that have joined since I stopped doing that, I had a massive gap where I wasn't filming for a while I went back to uni. But before that, I had started a 50 States reading challenge where I would read each month a book set in a different state of the US and kind of do a virtual travel session. That's really badly phrased. But I was really enjoying it. And the last state I was in was Vermont, but that was like over a year ago. So, you know, it's time to get out of Vermont, really. I have lost my little itinerary that I'd made for myself of what order to do these states in. But it was pointed out to me that it was crap anyway. I've got no sense of direction. I'm not a very practical person, so yeah, I'd chosen completely like the worst order to travel the states in, because I was doing it like I'd look for flights or buses or whatever to each one, like actual flights. But I'm going to be doing it a bit differently this time anyway, and I think I'm probably just going to put the remaining states like in a jar and pick them out at random. So the last book that I read for this challenge was Vermont, and it was called Bed and Breakfast and Murder by Patti Larsen, and it's number 1 in a series. I can't remember the name of the series. Fiona something. Fiona Fleming, something like that. I'll write it. Yeah, anyway. So there's a fox out on the field. So this follows Fiona, who returns to Vermont after she inherits her grandmother's B&B. She'd tried to make a career for herself in New York, but then I think if memory serves me, it kind of fell flat, and then she split up with her boyfriend and just wasn't really having a great time. So she went back to Vermont to run this B&B. But then this man turns up and says, well, actually your grandmother signed this over to me before she died, so I think you'll find this is mine, which she hotly contested. And then he winds up dead on her property and she is number 1 suspect. So yeah, it was an okay introduction to a series. Not the best cozy mystery I've ever read, and I do enjoy a cozy every now and again, but certainly it was readable enough that I've downloaded the second book in the series to see if it improves. I mean, if it doesn't, I don't think I'll continue with it, but I think it had enough promise there that I'm happy to give it another go. Did I learn anything about Vermont from reading it? No. I didn't really get a feel for the location. Like, there wasn't really much to it, although it wasn't all set in the B&B. Like, she was out and about, but I didn't really feel like it was like a very well defined location. And the only thing I think I really learnt from it is that pugs fart a lot. The pug, her pug companion, is like one of the characters, I guess, in it, and I'm sure it's supposed to be very cute, but it wasn't like, it didn't really add anything to the story, other than it's obligatory to have an animal in a cozy, I think. But yeah, so that was okay. I think on Thursday I'm going to pick my next state and my next book, so I'm quite excited to see where we're heading to next, and if you want to join me, that would be awesome. But yeah, that is it for Vermont, and here are my cozy companions. Hey, Cupcake. They are getting a bit fed up, I think, because we've got avian flu over here in the UK. I don't know about how things are in the rest of the world, and so their run needs to be covered and they're not allowed out onto the grass. And it's boring, isn't it, Cupcake? But don't worry, I go in and I give them lots of attention, so they're quite happy, really. Lots of corn and snacks and strawberries and tomatoes they love. Anyway, all of that's completely irrelevant. So yeah, it's just nice to be outside. So yeah, that is it. Cozy Mysteries read and 50 States Reading Challenge rebooted. Yeah, looking forward to seeing where we go next. That is it today. So goodbye.